Hello, good evening, and welcome to another midweek makings with me. I'm back to some diamond art tonight. I finished the wooden thing last week, and I asked, what I should do, and diamond art came up top. So I'm going to be doing some of the diamond art this week. I've got it set out on the bench. I haven't touched it for months, so it hasn't got any better. It hasn't got any more improved. But we'll get there a bit tonight. In the chat tonight, I see Lynn's here already. Was the first one in by the looks of it. Ghost Rider is also here. Then Wendy Hickson came along. Then Gemma is also watching, and that seems to be everybody until Pascal turned up, saying evening. Pascal, we got in late, although he was probably there early, just too early for me to notice. But yeah, so that's everybody that's here. As I say, this is what I'm going to be doing just down there. It's the definitely not Vader. Looks like it's a little bit broken there. Yes, so it's not Darth Vader at all. Whatever it might look like, it definitely isn't. It's Armor Warrior, as it says up here. And I started at the top because I thought the colours down the bottom were very, very boring. So I thought I'd do something a bit more interesting. So let me swap down here. I'll still be in the corner here, so you can still see me and keep an eye on me and make sure it's actually me. I haven't palmed it off to somebody else to finish off. I shall turn it around the other way. Actually, before I do that, I'll move these out the way up the top there, because otherwise they might get pushed over the edge. And I might need them. Well, I will need them, but I might need them in a little while. So, going down to here. If you haven't seen me do any diamond art before, or if you haven't seen diamond art before, or if you don't know what diamond art is, I shall give you a quick explanation of what's what after I put my bookmarks there so it holds it in place. It's a picture that's like sort of 3D paint by numbers. You have a picture which is slightly sticky, and you get these little diamond gemstones to put into it. There we go. I can bring it up there. You can see it, and then I shall see about fixing the focus, because I keep forgetting about that. You tell the software fix the focus, and it says, yeah, okay, sorted, I remember that, and then it completely forgets about it next time. But yeah, just by opening the software again, it will hopefully remember it, and that will be fixed in the proper focus. So if I do things like that, it won't change focus on it. It will just be down there. You won't get that horrible bloom in and out. So yes, it's like paint by numbers, except instead of painting, you put little blobs on. So you can see all these little H's in the middle there. They are the white bits. And around it, you get different colours, different shades. All of these were whichever number and letter it says down there. The way it works is you have this key down the side here. So as you can see down the bottom there, it's got H, which says 19 next to it. The gems come in little bags like this that have got the numbers on them, and the number of the kit LM20, which is this obviously here. So while I started with H, I shall start with 19. We get some of them put in place. So the way it's done, you tip some out. Yeah, got a copy through as soon as I turn the camera. It's terrible. You have a little pen, which you use a little piece of wax in the end of. And the little piece of wax is obviously slightly sticky. But importantly, it's slightly less sticky than the back of the picture. So if you give these a little shake about, they should come up so they're the right way up. You basically just touch that to there, that sticks that on there, and then you put it where it needs to be, and the stickiness of the picture overcomes the stickiness of the wax, and that bit stays exactly where you need it to be, or thereabouts. There are different, obviously hundreds, thousands of different pictures available from different manufacturers, and different stones. You can get these round ones, are the easiest ones apparently. You can also get some that have got square shaped gems, which you have to get not only in the right place, you have to get them in the right orientation, the right way around. So that adds an extra layer of difficulty. If you get it right, I think it makes the picture look better, because it's sort of square, it fills up completely rather than leaving little round bits. But if you don't get it right, then it looks worse, because you get them, even bigger gaps. Yeah, and that's about it really. So this evening is just going to be an hour or an hour and a half of me slowly going quietly insane, sticking little circles onto a big picture, and trying to keep talking while I'm doing it so you don't have lots of dead air in front of you. But mainly it's for you lot to have the chat, to hang around and chatting. If you do want to talk to me in the chat, by all means do. I will look up from time to time and see what's going on in the chat. There you go. Just finish with those. I'll do a few in the middle as soon as I've got lots more out. Let's have a look. Chris has fallen over, says Lynn. I haven't, honestly. I seem to be fine. Sorry I'm late. It was Colin's fault, says Bobbins. Pascal was late. He's forgetting the days. Yeah, the days do get all in the place and stuff. No, I haven't fallen over, Lynn. Apologies if you have, but well, I won't apologise if you have, because it's not my fault, and you wouldn't hear me even if I had. But yeah, I think Colin has finished his stream, so people will start turning up now. But basically, this is just for you lot to hang around and chat while I'm doing other things. If you do have questions, then say put them in the chat. If you do want to put them in bold or capital letters, it stands out more. I've got much more chance of actually seeing it. If I don't see anything that's important, then just keep typing it or keep copying and pasting it. Eventually, I'm sure I'll notice. There is always the option of super chat, which definitely gets my attention, as it comes up in a big bright box and probably makes noises. But yeah, it wasn't me. It was Lynn's internet. So yes, you really ought to get that sorted. I know you're in the middle of nowhere in America land. That one's upside down. I didn't notice when I picked it up. So let me carefully manipulate that. Over here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere land, so it might be tricky, but yeah. Diamond art here, as Chris hit his head, says Spoon Glue. No, I occasionally do the diamond art. I've done all of this. This is all my own work. Although this is all that I've done on diamond art, so yeah. I've gone back to mixing up my Wednesdays again. I had a spate of doing a lot of the wooden stuff because I had a big wooden kit to get done. I've got a couple of other wooden kits that I like, the bigger kits. So I would expect I'll have a couple of weeks of doing something different. I'm just having a look and seeing what colour I want to do next. I think I'll do these U's, which are 14. Have I got any of them out? I've got 13. 14 I haven't got. That's quite a nice orange. So I need a bag to put those in. I did have some spare bags, but I don't know where I put them. I can see them. I knew they were around here somewhere. And I shall write 14 on that, so I know which ones it is. Yes, I shall return to so a couple of weeks of doing some, I would say random stuff, but it's not terribly random, it's just different things. And then I shall spend a few weeks doing a wooden kit, because Wooden Wednesdays is where it's at. That's what it started off as being. It only transformed into midweek when I didn't have any wooden kits to do. But I do like my Wooden Wednesdays, so I think I might well drift back to that for a little while. From time to time, I've got a couple of larger wooden kits to do, so yeah. Lynn is kind of looking at Starlink now, but it's in beta and costs $600 for the setup, $100 a month. I don't know what Starlink is. I've never heard of that. Is it some sort of computer thing, or? Everyone's saying hello to everybody else. Good. Hello to Katie. I haven't seen Katie in there. Is Katie watching? Hello, Katie. Shane's here as well. So yeah. Right, now these I've got to be careful to get the U's and not the J's. So pay a bit of attention to this now. Doesn't mean to say I'm not paying attention to you lot. You're still here as well. You. What's T is an even brighter orange by the looks of it. I don't know what that is. T is 8. It's almost a yellow, really. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to get some of these U's done. The SpaceX guy's new internet service. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That probably won't be around here. But yeah, leave it till it gets started, so you know it works. I mean, Musk seems to be quite a clever bloke. He gets things done, but that's quite a lot of outlay. $100 a month seems like quite a lot of money, but I don't know what normal internet is in your area, so I can't really comment. Why do they put U's and J's next to each other when they look very similar to each other at a quick glance? Now, I suppose it doesn't really matter if you get a couple wrong here or there, because the overall picture is still going to be the same, isn't it? Some of the shading might be a little bit off, but you wouldn't really notice under these stones. So, yeah. Shane's saying Glynis has had her eye thing sorted out. Good, that's good to hear, Shane. She can see out of her eye again now. That's always useful. Thank you for letting us know. Let's pick that one up. Yeah, that's that one there. You, and you. Right, news today. Yes, I have finished finally my next diorama. My next in my Star Wars diorama series, of which there are 2. There are now 3. Well, there's only 2 videos at the moment. Well, no, technically there's 3 videos. I put a quick video up of basically a slideshow pictures from throughout the build, showing the development of it from nothing to completed. There is a proper full build video which has been edited and needs to render and be uploaded, which I shall be doing later today. I shall make that video available exclusively for my patrons and channel members for a week. I just picked that one up and I haven't got anywhere to put it because I think I've done all of the U's in there. Yep, can't see any more. Pick that one up as well. That's sort of stuck down there. Yes, so the video should be available tomorrow if you're a YouTube channel member or indeed one of my lovely patrons. If you're not, then you can become one and then you can get early access. If you're not and you don't want to become one, that's also fine. It will be a video that will become available to all in a week's time, just that they get first dibs for helping to support the channel, which is what being a member and a patron are all about. It as I say, helps me pick up things and do stuff. J is 15. I've got some of them. So yes, please consider becoming a patron or a channel member, either of which work. You can become a patron at, let me put it in the chat there, patreon.com/grossmodels. You can become a channel member even easier just by clicking the join button on YouTube underneath my video on my homepage, or I think underneath all of the videos that I put out. Just do that and you can come along. There is a link for membership as well. You can click on that if you'd like to. At the moment, all channel members get the exclusive video access, even the very, very cheap ones. Patrons, it's still the, I think $5 tier and up. But there's nothing to stop you joining for a month and then disappearing. I hope you don't, of course. But if you do, then that is perfectly acceptable. You can come along. There's a video archive in both of them that you can binge watch. Let's say if you stick around for a small outlay each month, you can help support the channel, help me pick up new things to do, turn the lights on, upgrade things and stuff. So yeah, thank you if you do. Thank you for your consideration if you do. Thank you for your consideration even if you don't. But the option is there. Have a look. Other than that, so that video will be available to everybody next week. The short snapshot video is available now. That one down there, that one over there. There we go. Lynn's going to get sandwich. Cool. Phil East is here, evening all. Ghost Rider says Welsh cakes. I'm not sure why, but a Welsh cake's a type of cake, or is it a biscuit type thing? Because I get confused. I don't know. A lot of things that are called cakes aren't actually cakes, are they? What's that one? I can't see what that one is. Oh. Looks like a Q, but it's not. There aren't. Isn't a Q. P? Might be a P. Oh, there is a P. There's a 3 up there. There's just a single one that's a different colour. That's a bit strange. But I suppose it all adds character and definition and stuff, doesn't it? But yeah, so at the moment I'm doing 15, which is J's. I've just done a bunch around there. Can't see any over there. There's not going to be any in that batch. There's going to be a couple around here. There we go. Now, obviously, when you're doing these, you can literally just go across each line. The orange one's fallen off of there. Get rid of that. Worry about that later. You can just go across one at a line. Some people do it in like blocks, square corners. I just peel back a bit and make my way down through the colours really for a little while. It seems like a good way of doing it. If I've got one colour out, I may as well put a batch of them down rather than doing, you know, one and then having to put it away. Although you could have multiple colours out at a time, I know I'd drop them. So I like to just keep on one colour. And I'll just do a batch of it. And probably miss some anyway, but, you know. As long as I don't put something else down in its place, I can always come back to it. There we go, that one. That one more underneath there. There we go. Cake like biscuit with a cup of tea. Oh, right. Jaffa cakes are the best. Jaffa cakes are indeed cakes, and they are quite good. I don't know about the best, though. I don't know. I don't think I have a best biscuit or cake. I do like an iced cake. Or an iced bun. Probably I just like icing, but, you know, that's... So, yeah. Have you got a favourite cake or biscuit? Get the chat talking to each other. Name your favourite biscuit and then defend it when everyone else says no, Jaffa cakes are better, or rich tea are better than digestives. That wasn't me saying rich tea are better than digestives. That was just a comment to start the conversation going. I don't really have a preference. Nice, says Go for Rosetta. The nice niece type biscuits. They're pretty good, yeah. Slightly sugary. Nothing wrong with a sweet biscuit. Yeah. Best biscuit, chocolate malted milk. I don't know about malted milk. They're not my favourite. They're all right, but no, I don't know. Hi Adam, by the way. Yeah, not fond about malted milk. Don't really do one for me. Jaffa cakes and bourbon biscuits, says Katie. Bourbon biscuits I haven't had for a while, but they are very nice, yes. I know you're a fiend for Jaffa cakes. I didn't start it, said Ghost Rider. What? Who? What? Where? What? Best biscuit is custard cream, says Gemma. Yeah, I like your custard cream. I do like the not, it's not Jammy Dodgers, is it? It might be Jammy Dodgers. The round ones with a little bit of jam in the middle. I think there's the Tesco's version of Jammy Dodgers are actually better than Jammy Dodgers. There, I've said it. There you go. So as well as the best biscuits, when has a copy of something been better than the original? Custard cream, says Jacqueline. Dunk, says Paul Lines. Oh, dunk or don't dunk, yeah. Paul Lines says, bourbons for me. You can split them like Oreos, then scrape out the chocolate filling, then dunk the 2 biscuit halves in your cuppa. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not one for separating biscuits. I like to eat the biscuit as is. I think the biscuitologists that created them probably know what they're doing better than I do. So I shouldn't go around messing with their design. I'm pretty sure that whatever they've come up with, they worked out tirelessly, calculated the correct, biscuit filling ratio. And I don't feel justified to correct them. Cake, chocolate, biscuits, cookies, Oreos, says Lynn. Yeah, chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake. Yeah. Biscuits and cookies, obviously much the same thing, depending on where you are in the world. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Couple of J's over here, I see. No more around there. No more up here. I think I'll do a couple more on that line and then I'll change to something different. There we go. Right, let's get these back out the way again. Athol's here, evening all. Then they're just eating stuff. Chocolate bread chip shortbread from Tesco's is good, says Philiste. Don't think I've tried those. I shouldn't have done this today because I've already been to Tesco's today. I'm not going back again for another week. So I'll do all this, you'll suggest what to eat and then I can't go and get it. Mayhem says, I like all biscuits, to be fair. Yeah. Let's get these white bits done in the middle. I've got to come up with a system. I'll put the one that I'm working on there so I know which one it is. Although with the white one, it's pretty easy. I say white, it's sort of slightly creamy off white, but does the job. That one down there, that one down there. If you've been watching my game streams over on Team Inept on a Tuesday lunchtime, you'll notice that I've been playing some VR games there. I've been playing Stormland. I've come to a point in Stormland where I'm finishing it. So next Tuesday I shall be doing something different. I did put a post up on the Team Inept Facebook page asking for a comment as to which one I should do next. I've got a couple of games lined up that I want to play. And they're both a bit different. One of them is called Red Matter, and it's a puzzle type exploration game in space, sort of futuristic spaceman type exploring puzzles thing. And the other one I've got is called Into the Radius, which is a more realistic type shooter game. But it might well contain aliens and stuff like that. So I've just done, say, Stormlands, which is a bit shootery. So I was thinking I might go off and do the more thinky type game. But whichever one gets the most comments, basically, I shall be doing next week, next Tuesday. So go across to the Team Inept Facebook page. I'm sure you'll find it. It's called Team Inept. It's the page where I put the things up. And comment on the post asking which one you want me to play, and tell me which one you want me to play. Basically, whichever one gets the most votes is the one that I shall be playing on Tuesday. So you've got a while to make a selection. If you want to go and research the games, then obviously feel free. I will be doing both of them at some point, no doubt, but I do like me some VR game. Right, there we go. That's those. I've got a couple more over there. Athel got ripped off at Spa. We don't have a Spa around here, so I don't know. Aren't they like a supermarket type multiple thing? You're not likely to get ripped off really there, are you? I don't know. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our clubs. This goes for, oh yeah, that's going back a while. Yeah. I like custard creams dunked in cold milk, says Phil East. I'm not sure about that. That doesn't do it for me, I don't think. Sprue and glue. When's a cob not a cob? When it's called something stupid like a balm cake. Yeah, you mean a bun, I think you're talking about there, aren't you? I'm going to do the teas. So I'm going to cut these off here. Then cut these open here. And tip those all into there. And then when I'm done with them, I can put them in a pot that's going to say 8 on them. If I can get them all out. I don't know how many spare you get. I know that they're not going to give you exactly the right number. Whether I get, 5 of each spare, or 20 of some and 3 spare of another, or 100 spare of each of them. I'll find out when I get to the end. Or at least I'll find out for this kit. I assume they're not all going to be identical. I'll get that last one out, and I know that I want to get that last one out. There's not lots of these. There's a few more down here, but this is the majority of these, so I'm pretty sure I've got enough. But it'll annoy me if I can't get the last one out. Come on, ouch, come. You know you want to. There you go. There you go. Right, that's that out. Let's get rid of the plastic rubbish. Get rid of that. Do the shaky. Chocolate cookies in milky coffee is great, says Athel. Wendy says it's been snowing and cold down here. Trying to start my car. It's clean off 4 inches of buried snow, says Athel. That's quite a lot of snow. They're good. Yep, cool. Right, let's get these teas down in place. Add a little bit of brightness to the picture, because it's been quite dark apart from the lightsabery thing. I'm sure this is just sort of background fire effects or something, maybe. I can't quite make out what these bits are. As ever, I've got a glass of brandy to keep you going, so I know when I'll finish the stream, because it's when I've run out. So it's normally about an hour and a half. As far as I'm aware, Ted is on again tonight at 9 o'clock. So pop over to Skipper Scale Models when I've finished. Sunny with a few clouds here, says Lynn. What's the temperature there at the moment, Lynn? It's weird, sort of hovering around 0-ish into the, low pluses. There's still a little bit of snow around in places, but not lots. Remembering the Shouty advert now. I thought you said you'd finish it in an hour, says Mayhem. No, I think I said I'd finish it in about 20 minutes. And I could have, obviously, but I thought I'd keep it going for you lot. Otherwise, you'd have nothing to watch on a Wednesday night. If I didn't have, stuff to do. If I'd have done it, you could do it really, really quickly. Just peel the plastic off and throw things at it, but they probably wouldn't end up in the right places. And there is a chance that they would end up in the right places, of course, but it's not a very high chance. So to make it look good, especially as this was a gift from my daughter. Thank you again, Katie. Yeah, I thought I'd pay a bit of attention to it and do it properly. Nottingham is minus 1.4 right now. That's a bit precise, isn't it? Minus 1.4. Is that you measuring it, or is that the telly telling you that? Or the internet? I don't know the exact temperature here at the moment is, but... Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's minus 1 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of minus 8 degrees.
Blimey, minus 8. That's going to be a bit chilly. So yeah, minus 1 at the moment here. But she doesn't tell me exactly, so she won't do the 0.4 bit. In sunny New Mexico, it's 16 degrees centigrade. That's a bit warm. Yeah, that's warmer than it is around here. So yes, tonight I am obviously doing this. Tomorrow I return again with an evening with. You never know who's going to come and join me. In my lovely patrons or the gang can come along and pop along and say hello to you all. Or not, as the case may be. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's, lots of people. But that's tomorrow night. Then... Friday, I've got nothing planned. What number was this? This was T, which was 8. Right, 8 on here. Yes, Friday I have nothing planned. Saturday I have my Midnight Murders, which I do, the game that I play on this channel. I'm working my way through Hitman, the World of Assassination trilogy. I'm tipping these all over the place, but apart from that, I'm playing Hitman on midnight on Saturdays. So if you want to laugh and try to see me kill people in amusing ways, virtually, obviously, not for real, pop along and watch some of that. Last week wasn't quite as good as the week before. The week before I managed to kill somebody with a moose, which I think might be the high point of the series. I'm open for suggestions. There may be other high points to come later in the series. I don't know. But I'm thinking that you don't get much better than killing someone with a moose. So, as I say, if you want to pop along, midnight UK time, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Hence the midnight bit. It gets confusing if you say midnight Saturday, because technically it's midnight Sunday. But, get these in there again. There we go. See? Just as planned. Chris, have you played Little Hope, says Sprunglu. No. I don't recall ever having heard of a Little Hope. Tell me more. Raging Modeler, I will be there on the morrow. Oh, cool. I won't be alone. It's always nice when I expect somebody. Let's have a look. Let's do some of these darker colours. I've got A. I want to start with A. A is 2. I don't think I've got any of them yet. No, there we go. Have I got a 1? What's 1? R. There's some R's. I'll get R done first because it's 2's in the middle, so I'd have to cut it away anyway. So let me get that one out. There's a white one in there as well. I do sometimes get these with multiple colours in them. It seems to be the ones that are next to it. They obviously have them on a production line, and it sort of joins up, comes along, and when they seal up the bags, some might get stuck on it, because some of these get stuck in the middle bit, in the inside seam. Come on, out you come. There's another one that doesn't want to come out. There you go. You know you got to. There you go. Right, so this is 1. Let me get a couple of bags done. Where do I put my bags? There. A couple of bags out for the next couple. So this is 1, and I'm going to be doing 2. That's 2. And 1. Get 2 out the way. I'll put it over there with the 2. Makes sense to me. A moose, as in Rocky and Bullwinkle moose. It was a giant moose that I dropped on his head and killed him. It was amusing. I later found, I dropped it on him by shooting at the wire that held it up, but I later found that there is actually a release for it in a different room. There's like a studio set up, and you can just drop it on him sort of properly by releasing the winch. Release the moose. And that would be a better way of doing it, but you know. Hitman is a great but very, very strange game. Basically, the original Hitman 1 contains, I think, 6 levels. And each level is like a fairly large open world sandbox filled with things and a couple or 2 or 3 targets that you have to kill. Most of the time you can do them in any way you like. It's literally just kill this guy. How you do it is entirely up to you. Sometimes you do seem to get briefs as to kill him with this particular weapon. And sometimes it's kill him while you're dressed as someone particular, like a gardener or a chef. So I don't know quite how that works into the world of, that would teach him. If I kill him dressed as a chef, then that's going to make it so much better. But it does add a lot to the gameplay. So when you start playing the game, it's a level and it opens up and you just start where you start and find them, kill them, and you're done. But then you can redo the level in different ways. There are guidelines as to things you can do, ways you can do it, and you get extra sort of bonus points for completing objectives like that. So you play through the same level several times, but it's never the same. I've played through several levels several times each, and I'm always finding new things and new ways of getting around the level, new areas to the level even. Some of them I've yet to find all of the areas in, just because they're basically huge. But it's great fun. I'm having real fun playing it. I have got further into it than I have in the past, and I'm enjoying playing it. Each level for the first time live is great, and I use the game time during the subsequent week to go back to the same level and play through it again in different ways, to unlock different bits and different things. But I don't go ahead. I haven't played the next level. The next one looks really good. It's basically an American town, or a street in a town. So there's going to be lots of opportunities for, different things in different houses, different gardens, and yeah, it's going to be one to really get immersed into. So I'm looking forward to playing that for the first time live, and I'm looking forward to going back and playing it again and again and again and again. So if you're at a loose end and can't sleep on Saturday night time, or at least Saturday night time in the UK, it might be mid-afternoon where you lot are, so you might get away with easy viewing time rather than having to stay up late viewing time. But that's going to be on this channel, so come along and join the fun. As I say, I haven't played these levels before, so I'm always open for hints and suggestions as to how I can do things, how I can get around things. I'm starting to learn how the game works now. Now I've nearly finished the first one. So things are a little bit easier than they were a couple of weeks back. But I still need all the help I can get. Lynn's got to go. Laundry's dried. It's time to hang it. Fun, yes. PT2 of a horror, part 2 of a horror anthology. One was good, but like I don't really do horror games. I've done occasional horror games and don't really enjoy them. So no, I'll probably give that one a miss. Man of Medan. I vaguely remember something about that. I don't know. I love playing Assassin's Creed, says John Polt. Yes, I do enjoy myself some Assassin's Creed. I have got all of them. In fact, yes. I was just thinking if there are any I haven't got, but I'm pretty sure I've got all of the Assassin's Creed games now on one format or another. And yes, do enjoy playing those. I don't tend to stream those though. Those are a more just for me playtime. So yeah, I did a video on one of them a while back on the Team Inept channel, but I haven't recently. So, there. Just looking, seeing if I can see any more R's now. There's one. I'm sure there's going to be a few that I miss, but as I say, it's not a problem to miss them because you can always come back and get them later. The one I've just seen. There. And I think that will do me for these R's at the moment. So then I can go down to 2. So let's put these away. Say about a TV ad. I don't know. There we go. Get all those put in there, and I'm not gonna knock the entire pot everywhere this time. See, look, bag done up, secure, and away. See, it's almost like I've done it professionally. Right, 2. Let's get 2 out and done. Lots of these. There's obviously lots of these around. In fact, there's another bag of those as well. This is the proper dark colour, so obviously lots of these all over the place. I'm not going to get them all out. In fact, I'm going to get half of them out, because otherwise you can't pick them up very easily if you fill up your tray. Right, quick drink, see what's what. Michael's here. Evening, welcome. Michael is modelling the I'm a channel member look in a lovely shade of green with the icon after his name and the ability to access some text emoji type things. And indeed, we'll have early access to my diorama video tomorrow. So yeah, there you go. Got any questions about being a channel member? He'll tell you it's lovely. He will. He better tell you it's lovely. Oh, he will. It's a great thing. So I'm putting all these A's on the A's. There's most of this is going to be just covering all this. They're not quite black, are they? They're just a very dark grey. Well, they're sort of shiny. So it might be sort of shiny black, maybe. I don't know. It's difficult to tell. That picture looks like a volcano blowing up. It does, this way up, yeah. It isn't, but yeah. Remember, of course, this picture is upside down at the moment. So whatever it might look like, it probably won't look anything like it at the end. Yeah. Cola cubes, rhubarb and custard, says Ghost Rider. Oh, we drifted away from the sweet talk and then we just come back in. I used to quite enjoy cola cubes, but not so much now. Cola bottles, yeah, I still quite like a cola bottle. I've got some wax somewhere because my wax is running out. I need to top up on it. There it is. I knew I had it there a minute ago. Graham's here. Good evening and welcome. It's nearly 7:45 already. It's been motoring by today. I suppose I've done quite a bit, really, as well. Obviously, quite a lot to do still, but let's get another line of A's done. So, how are you all? Have you all been productive and got things done like what I have with the diorama? These are coming out now because it's got a hole at the end there for tipping it out. Yes, have you all been doing productive things? Or not? I mean, it's you know, still COVID lockdown time, so doing absolutely nothing is perfectly acceptable. But yeah, if you've done anything special, let me know. If it's model making or creative arts and crafts or anything like that, feel free to post it in the Gross group on Facebook. If you don't know where that is, I shall push a button in a moment and you'll find it. It is just there. It's a group on Facebook that I've created just for you lot to share the things you've been doing or done or want or find amusing, or anything goes, really. Not anything. Most things go, but not everything. Be careful. But and then on a Thursday when I do my evening with stream, I can pop across there and share some of the pictures that people have put up in the preceding week, or 2 weeks in this case, because I didn't do one last week. So feel free to join that. If you're in the Model Makers Boom Hut, then you get guaranteed admission without any waiting. If you're not, then there's just a couple of membership questions just to make sure you're not a bot. Just to say, is it all right for me to use your pictures? And will you follow the rules? Because if you won't follow the rules, then we don't want you. We don't want any, spam posting and rubbish and junk and stuff. But if it's amusing or modelling related sort of thing, or sort of craft related, it doesn't have to be model making. We're all well, you can tell by what I'm doing here tonight. It's not all about the models. I think I've definitely put too many of these pieces in this tray today. Luckily, I've just tipped them out across the bits that I've already done, mostly. So picking them up is relatively easy. But I'm sure some have gone onto the sticky bit. So I might well have to get glasses of seeing in to see which ones have been put in the wrong place. Because I can see a couple that are definitely in the wrong place because they're upside down. And I know I didn't do that. That one's trying to escape. Right, that's in the right place. That's in the right place. That's in the right place. That one isn't. That one isn't. But it is now. That one isn't. It's not even stuck down, so that's okay. Those ones are the ones I stuck down earlier, as are those. That's that. Yeah, all good so far. Apart from these ones, but I've got to pick them up in a minute. Trouble is the sticky bit extends a little bit beyond the picture. So this bit's sticky, this bit isn't, but this bit is. And some of them are landed on there, or I've wiped them across to there as I was taking them off the picture itself. So they're going to be fun to pick up. As long as I don't push them onto it, it'll be fine. There we go. Away from the edge there. Some of them are going to be the right way up, so I can just use them from here rather than have to worry about the tray. So yes, do let me know what you've been up to. Let's have a look. I've just started the Revell U-Wing today, says Donald McKenzie. Cool. I did a U-Wing a little while ago, but I've just put it into the diorama. So you may well be interested in watching that video when it comes out. That's the right way up, that one there. Athel's just finishing his outside door. He's been painting it in white. Plans for my Stormwolf two-tone wolf colours. Cool. I look forward to seeing pictures of those. Oh, you'll always see pictures of your door if you like. We're not, we're not fussy. Stew pot's about. Making sure Gemma's got tea. I didn't do a tea this evening. My daughter did. I was going to, but it was already done, so I didn't have to. Shane is building the ICM 135th German ANH Renault 3-ton truck in between his chauffeuring duties to local hospitals, etc. Yeah. You can't really take it with you and do it in the car park, can you? It doesn't work like that. That one there. Bip. Bip. That one there. I think this is going to be the last colour that I'm going to be doing today because there's so blooming many of them. But at least I've cleared up the ones that I dropped. There we go. Graham M is here. Evening, Chris. Hello all. Good evening, Graham. Welcome. Lynn is just sitting here watching you and doing laundry, working on, guess what I'm building? What, me or you or what? Hey, you're doing laundry. Are you guessing what I'm building? Or because I sort of mentioned it at the beginning and it's right here in front of you. It should be fairly easy to guess what I'm building because it's a big picture. Although it's upside down at the moment, you should still be able to work out what it is. Saying hello to everybody. Cool. So yes, as ever, I'm here for another half hour or so. I probably could get it finished in that time, but I won't. I'll you know, keep it going a bit longer for you all, for a few more weeks. Pull out. Yeah, but this is the boring bit with all the same colours, just having to dip backwards and forwards and put them in. I believe there are faster ways of doing it if you can get the pens that hold more than one. But, you know, this isn't exactly a how-to tutorial video, is it? More like a how not to video, I know. Come on, turn over some of them. Get to the ones that are the wrong way up. There you go, there's a few down there. So yeah, the picture's coming together. It's getting there. Next time I'll do some of the other intermediate colours in between these once I've put these away. Because I don't want to have to reach over too far past the stickiness. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So the video I have edited, and once I turn this off, I shall get it rendering and then get it uploaded, and then it will become able to be viewed by the select few for a week. As I say, if you want to watch it, come and join up. If you don't, then it will be available next week anyway. 30 watches, well done, says Ghost Rider. 30 people watching today now live at the moment. Yeah, that's pretty average for a lot of my modelling type streams. There's not 30 people in chat though, I do notice that. So if you're watching and are not joining in the chat, then come and join in the chat, because it's much more fun. I know watching me is amazing and stunning and exciting anyway, but just think how much more exciting it will be if your name comes up, you know, and then you can actually have a conversation with other people in the chat, and me as well. But you know, I'm also here, but mostly it's about hanging out with the people in the chat, get to know people, and say hello. So to get people out of the woodwork and into the chat, we'll do one of my regular questions that I like to ask my viewers. Time and telly. What time is it where you're watching? What's your current time zone? And what have you been watching on the telly? It doesn't have to be actual telly. We accept answers ranging from, you know, YouTube channels or Netflix, anything else like that. So what have you been watching, be it a film or a series, anything you particularly enjoyed or particularly hated and you should, you know, warn people off of, but mostly what you've enjoyed. And what time zone is it where you're at? So at the moment, here in the UK, just outside Heathrow Airport, it is 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, because I started at 7. 8 o'clock in the evening time, 8 p.m. And what have I been watching? I've normally got a couple of series of things going on streaming services like Prime or Netflix or whatever. I've recently, for the first time, started watching Baywatch. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It just turned up on my, you know, other things you may enjoy watching list. And I thought, you know, I've never watched Baywatch. I never watched it, you know, when it came out or whatever. It's on Amazon Prime as Baywatch Remastered. I don't know. It still looks pretty rubbish. It's not exactly HD. But I've been putting it on as background TV. It's not exactly, you know, edge of your seat television watching. You can do other things while it's on. So I've been putting it on in the background, and it's been all right. It's quite amusing. You know, it's amazing all these lifeguards, all the things they get into and get up to and are able to solve crimes and stuff. You thought they were just lifeguards, but apparently not. So yeah, that's been an amusing watch. It's got many seasons of it, obviously. So I think I've just finished watching season 1. So season 2 is up next. Let's see what we got there. We have Lord High Bobbins says it's 1958. They've been watching season 5 of Orphan Black. Cool. Ghost Rider, 8 GMT, Clint Eastwood movies. Oh, cool. I don't mind Clint Eastwood movies, but they're not my go-to. But yeah, is it the cowboy ones or the cop ones or anything you like? Just that sort of thing. Athol says it's also same time, and he's been watching SWAT Series 3. Again, that's a series that I think I would probably quite enjoy, but just haven't got around to. There's some TV that you watch, but you need to watch rather than have on while you're doing other things. And at the moment, especially while I've been doing the diorama on that, I've been of the things I can have on in the background rather than things I have to pay attention to type of viewing. Wendy is same time. Kindred Spirits. I've not heard about that. Is that, I assume, some sort of ghost thing? It would have to be with, spirits, but I don't know anything about it. Lynn says, Telly, you playing games and making things, Fox just being Fox. Yeah. Fox does say that he hopes that next week we shall be back on the Tuesday evening for the Destiny. Traveller's Tuesday should return next week. He's been busy with filming and other stuff for the last few weeks. But he does say he's hoping to get back to it this week, or next week rather, so stick around for that. Graham, 2059 is an hour in the future. Just finished The Mandalorian, no spoilers, except to say it really is fantastic. Yes, is that finished season 2? Because the ending of season 2 was quite special. As you say, no spoilers, but yeah, that was quite good watching. Gemma, it's 2000 hours and she's watching Taskmaster. Is that one of the old ones that you just found on the box? Fox being I only read half of Lynn's because you put a smiley face in it. Colin shows, Ted shows, Adam playing games, Fred doing his thing. Time is 1300. It's only 1 PM over there. Got the whole day ahead of you. Athol says, all them orange babes in orange. It shows Chris is getting old and missing his youth. Yeah, there's a fair bit of slow motion running, I must admit. Yeah. If you do slow motion running, you get there quicker. 3 PM here. Don't watch TV. Mostly YouTube, says John. That's absolutely fine. I say, what you're watching on YouTube, apart from me, obviously. Is there any, channels or playlists or anything that you'd recommend anybody to get into? On YouTube, there's a few channels that I tend to watch. I've been watching a lot of VR stuff. A Wolf in VR is quite an enjoyable channel for me. He plays through VR games, and he seems to have a very similar sense of humor to me. And sometimes you watch videos and see people, and you think, if we met up, we'd get on. I reckon that would be the case with me and Wolf. So that's always good. I also watch stuff from the Modern Rogue. They do some interesting things. As well as obviously all the model making things and people around in the community. I watch stuff where I can. Edward was installing a microwave when you started streaming. It's finished now. Cool. That didn't take you very long. Although installing a microwave, that's just putting it on a shelf and plugging it in, and it doesn't have to be plumbed in or anything like that, is it? Microwave's one of the easier household appliances to install. If you'd started installing a dishwasher and you're done by now, then that would be impressive. I'm less impressed with a microwave, but Ghost Rider says Western movies. Oh right, yeah, it's Western stuff. Cool. End of season 2, Chris says Graham. Yes, that was good. End of season 1 was good, but yeah, 2 was better. Interesting. Where Eagles Dare was on yesterday. Absolutely classic film. Yeah, I believe I've seen it, but I don't remember much about it. It wasn't. They're not my genre of choice. I do like some fantasy and science fiction. Definitely my go-to. Although I like a good action film from time to time. No, it's Over the Range. Oh right, the microwave? What? Sailing Doodles is a good channel on YouTube to watch, especially right now as they do not have snow. I don't know, some people like to watch snow. I assume it's about sailing. Drilling and templates and stuff. Oh right, for installing the microwave. Yeah, okay, that's slightly more complicated than I thought. There's a patch more of A's up here. There's a couple dotted around all over the place as well. Might as well get them, or I'll forget about them. Any more in here? No, 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 no. There's one there. Grab that one. Just found that as I ran my finger across the top there. Pick up more. Put them down. Pick up more. Put them down. Preferably put them down the right way up. There we go. Pick up more. Put them down. Mostly you guys, says John. And we thank you for it. Yeah. So I'm going to get a few more of these down and then call it a day. And put the rest of these back in the pot. Back in a jiffy bag. See if I can get the rest of them in the jiffy bag as well, so I don't have them all over the place. But lots of A's going down there and all across the bottom bit as well. So yeah, there's quite a lot of these to do in the future. Hence why they gave me 2 bags of the things. A there. A there. A somewhere else. No, none across the edge there. None across there. They're all B's. B, 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 C, C, B, 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 C, C, B, B, A. There's an A. A few more dotted around down there. One up there, but there isn't. Okay. Yes. So, yeah, that was never 30 or 32 people watching. Now that wasn't 32 people answering. So come on, don't be shy. Join in. You might find somebody you can talk to and get on with. So come along. Let us know what you've been watching on the telly or YouTube or that sort of thing. I'll even open it up. Even if you don't watch telly or YouTube, then I know you're not really here, but you are here. But have you read a good book recently? Or are you reading a book? Or have you written a book? Something about books. Yeah, we'll have 10 minutes on books. So what have you been up to in the literary world? Personally, I haven't read an actual book, paper book, for a long time. I've got a Kindle that I occasionally use, but most of my book input comes from audiobooks. I generally have an audiobook on while I'm driving instead of the radio or music. So I haven't been listening to very many at the moment because I've been at home rather than been out in the car. So my audio library has been growing without me actually listening to it. Because I'm a member of the Audible thing from Amazon. So every month I get an audio book to download and keep. And my library's just been growing over the last year, basically. Because a lot of the year I've not been going out anywhere, so I've not been listening to the books. So although I'm still getting a book credit and picking up a book, the backlog is building up. So at some point when I'm going out for a drive, I shall put them on. I could put them on while I'm doing modelling and stuff, but the trouble with that is that I'm normally filming things if I'm doing modelling stuff, and I can't be listening to a book while I'm filming things for obvious reasons. So as I say, the backlog's just been building up a little bit. I need to get myself a new video game to get into, says Felice. Finished Wildlands and tried to get back into FIFA, but it's truly awful. Yeah, I never got into any of the sports, football games or anything like that. They all just seem to be the same, slightly reskinned from year to year, and I never enjoyed them from the beginning. So, yeah, I have been playing, obviously, Hitman. Can't help but recommend that. It's on consoles and everything, or depending on, it's available pretty much everywhere. Well worth having a play if you enjoy that sort of thing. Other than that, it depends what you like. I've not done Wildlands. That's the real world shooty thing, isn't it? So I think there's lots of similar things to that around. Unless you want something completely different. Athel says it's about an ex-pilot who lost his license to fly and bought a yacht, and always has female crew members. Think Baywatch with bikinis. All right. William Rayborn watched The Expanse and started watching WandaVision. One strange show, but it's starting to make sense. Yes. WandaVision, I have seen the 5 episodes now. Yes, I watched the first couple and really didn't have a clue, didn't understand it, didn't particularly like it. So didn't go back and bother watching the third one and the fourth one when they came out. But was told by a friend that, it gets better, you have to stick with it. So I stuck with it. I went back when in the last week I binge watched the next 3 episodes, so I'm up to date with it. And yes, it's starting to make sense, but it's still got a lot of questions that haven't been answered, and even more questions that have been asked. So yeah, I'm watching it, but I won't say I'm not enjoying it, but I'm not really enjoying it. I like to. I don't know. It's different. I do like to watch telly that makes you think, and trying to understand what's going on. It's half the fun of the thing. But I also like to watch to relax and chill out, and I can't do that if I don't understand what's going on. My brain won't let me, just accept it. It's like, well, why is that happening? What's going on? What? Hey, why? And I don't get the enjoyment out of it. So, yeah, I will stick with it and continue to watch. But, yeah, I don't know. Audiobooks are the in thing, but I've not been out like you. I'm missing out. Yeah, well, you can listen to them indoors. You could just, you know, shut yourself away, put your headphones on, and do a chapter or two. But it's not the same. You get into the habit of listening to them, you know, in one place in the car or whatever, or when you're out for a walk, and then it sort of it doesn't feel right listening to them elsewhere. Graham M. I've been reading some Terry Pratchett recently. Thoroughly enjoying The Last Hero at the moment. Very funny. Yes, I have read almost all of the Terry Pratchett books. I haven't read the last one yet. I keep starting to read it, and then I don't know about not getting into it. I don't know. It feels like I'm not getting into it, but I don't know if that's my brain telling me that it's the last one. So I don't really want it to finish, because then it's finished. Even though I haven't read it all, I know that it's there, so the world isn't closed to me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I will get around to it at some point and finish reading The Shepherd's Crown. I'll have to start again because I've forgotten exactly everything that's happened at the beginning. I've read the beginning of it like 4 times. But yeah, it's going to be a sad one. But I will, yeah. Shane is reading D-Day to Victory, The Diaries of a British Tank Commander. Very interesting, with much detail, covering his time from 44 to 45. That's, yeah, again, not my sort of thing, but I can see the interest in that for many people. Wilbur Smith, an audiobook recommendation from Athol. Yeah, I've read some of his stuff, or again, listened to some of his stuff as well. I can't remember any offhand particularly, but I switch on the TV and fall asleep. So with a DVD, it keeps me alert. And your country needs alerts indeed. Alright, let's get a few of these done, and then I shall come back and see what people have been answering in the chat. There's only 29 watching now. We scared away them 3 new people. They didn't like it when I started asking them questions. They didn't realise that it was going to be an interactive channel where you have to get involved. It's not just the channel where you can sit back where you can, but, you know, it's much more fun to get involved. More fun for me, more fun for you. It's just more fun. Right, let's have a look and see. My family all love the Pratchett books, but I've never got into them, says Phil. Yeah, my family have never got into them, but I do love them. I've got them all sitting there downstairs. Not so fond of the TV shows. They're a bit not quite right. I think with any book that you know very well, things are going to change when they do it on TV, a special or, you know, series or whatever. And it's always going to be different to how you imagined it in your head when you were reading it. Voices and everything won't be quite the same. So that's always difficult. They're never going to be able to do it and make it right for everyone. The new Discworld series that's being made or coming out soon, I don't know, the Night Watch, is nothing like Discworld. It uses the characters sort of, but they're not quite right. So I don't know that I'm going to enjoy that. It's going to be very, very different to the books. It's almost like a reboot, a reimagining of, rather than a telling of the stories that we know. So it can work, but I don't know. I like watching documentaries, says Lynn. Cool. Donald McKenzie, does anyone else regret not checking to see if the cat's in the room before lifting the release valve on the air compressor? I've not got a cat. So if I did have to check for a cat before I did anything like that, then I'd be more worried that there was a cat rather than there not being a cat. Graham says, I couldn't get to the end of episode 1 with WandaVision. Lots of people saying stick with it. Would you agree? I certainly would, yes. It's not a normal show. But it does become slightly more normal. Probably not until episode 5, really, but it starts to come together, and then you'll understand more what's happened before. So if you've got it on like Disney or whatever, I would suggest binge watch all of it up to where we are now, the episode 5, and then decide if you're going to carry on. Don't give up too soon. Yeah, that sounds like good advice. I'm trying to think of the best way of putting it, but takes a certain mindset. Once you get into it, it's an incredible journey. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Athel says, Gorillas in the Mist is a great film to watch, both as a documentary and the film. Philly says, my favourite series is the Feist Midkemia books, or the Farseer books by Robin Hood. The Farseer books are excellent, yes. They're up on definitely my top 3 sets of books. They sort of went on a bit too long, but they also are all valid parts of the story. So yes, you've got to read through. I think there's 3 trilogies in the Farseer series. So yes, they're definitely up there. My top book series of all time has got to be The Belgariad by David Eddings. I've read them several times and get enjoyment out of them each and every time. They've aged a little bit. The storytelling is not quite what you would expect now, but still very good. Yeah, I definitely recommend them, especially if you like the Farseer series. Then I can highly recommend the Belgariad. The Mandalorian, not Mandalorian, Mandalorian. It might be Mandalorian, you know. It might. Malorian. That's it. That's the second series. Is it equally as good? Yeah, I recommend those as well. Do not talk about the watch. It's not Discworld. It's hearsay. That has been a wibble. Yes, it doesn't look like Discworld does to me, but it looks like it might be of interest. So I'll watch some and see, and then let other people tell me that I quit too early. But yeah. Raymond E. Feist the Magician is an absolute masterpiece in my opinion, says Phyllis. Yes, I've read a few of those as well. They're definitely my type of books. I do enjoy those fantasy sorcery type things. Yeah, I'll go with that as being a good series as well. Which watch, Adam, are you on about? Yeah, no, not Seiko's, no. Reading the book Jaws, went to the pictures to see it. Yeah, I don't know. I've not read Jaws. I have seen the film, but only once, I think. It's not my sort of thing. But yeah, sometimes those sort of books work as well on paper as they do in the films. The special effects in your head are always better than anything that the movies can come up with. Did you enjoy the full books that followed the Farseer trilogy? Yes, and the live ship after that. Actually, the live ships were in the middle, weren't they? It was the Farseer, then the live ship trilogy, then the full trilogy. Yes, they weren't as good, but they're all part of the overall story, so you do need to read through all of them. But yes, yeah, I fairly enjoyed those. I used to read Dale Brown about an ex-fighter pilot but he died a few years back, and his best book was Day of the Cheetah. I don't know that one at all. Who watches the watch when the watch needs watching? Yeah, you don't need to watch the watch. You might not, but you might be all right. Shane never watches TV. He's got Glynis to care for, 2 poodles, and a 17-year-old cat. Would never see a complete program. I've been up 4 times tonight. And yeah, that's the downside. But you know, on demand TV and stuff, you can always pause it. So you can watch an episode and make it last a lot longer. You get more money, more your money's worth if it takes you longer to watch something. Right, where are we? We're coming up to time. It's been a good evening tonight. I feel like I've got quite a lot done. The chat has been quite active, and it's done its job in keeping me amused while I've been doing this. So I thank you all for that. Just going to see if there's a couple more A's dotted around that I can get rid of a couple more of these. So I've got less to put in the pot. And then when I come back next time, we'll do some more. I may, if I, you know, get bored, pick this up and do some off camera. But then again, I may not. There's always things that I can be doing, or you know, more stuff to watch on telly. So chances are you'll find me returning to do this in a few weeks at exactly the same stage that it's at the moment. Anyone remember Rent a Ghost? Says Ghost Roddy. Absolutely, yes. You're going to say names and I'm going to remember them, but I can't remember them to say them first. I'm thinking Pickering, but that might be something completely different. But yes, I do remember Rent a Ghost. The first episode of Rent a Ghost I found on YouTube a few months ago, maybe a year ago now, and I have no memory of the first episode. I watched it and thought I got no idea. But yeah, that was a very strange series. Anyone played The Witcher 3? Says Phyllis. I played a little bit of it. I started it. I probably picked it up at the wrong time. I was in the middle of another game at the time, and everything was just that little bit different for me. The controls and inventory management and stuff like that. So it didn't stick with me. But I understand it's very, very good. And it's got so many, Game of the Year recommendations and stuff, so it's obviously a very good game. It's another big open world type thing, so that'll keep you amused for a little while. It was upside down, but it wasn't. It just wasn't stuck down properly. It's that one. A there. It's upside down. A there. A there. Another one the right way up. There it is. One there. Any more there? There's one down the bottom there. Let's grab that. So, yeah, I shall very shortly be calling this a night. I thank you all very much for your company this evening. I hope to find you all tomorrow. Say for an evening with, when I won't be doing stuff. I'll be paying more attention to the chat. I'll just be, looking at the camera rather than looking down here at the stuff. So that may be of more interest to you. It may be of less interest to you. You have to look at my face. But, So, yeah, I'm just going to get a couple more of these on while I've got the tray out and while I can see a big patch of A's there without going any further down the page. That's about it. Yep, I'm going to call that a night there. I'm happy with the progress. I've got quite a lot done tonight. I'll get those in there and get those in there and sort all that out when I've wrapped up. So, let me come back around this way. let's have a look. Has anything happened? Didn't play The Witcher yet. Athos off, SWAT's finished. We've got MacGyver next. Oh, right. Is that the old one or the new one? You've probably gone, but Mr. Claypole, that was the name. Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of. Right, so that's it. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I shall see you tomorrow for an evening with, as I say. I don't think I've got anything else planned throughout the course of the week. If Fox isn't streaming on Friday, I may pop in. I may not. So keep an eye on this and the Team Inept channel for updates and improvements and things that are going to happen. And, you know, things might happen without any warning. Impromptu streams may occur. Warning, impromptu streams may occur. So thank you all. I shall see you soon for other things. Stay safe, and if you do have to go outside, you know, wear a mask, keep your distance. Well, you know, I'd like to at some point go back to work, so we do need to beat this thing. So thank you all again. See you soon. Good night.